I was adopted as an infant and have grown up in an open adoption for about 30 years. This is what my experience was like. The extent of the openness in the relationship between me and my natural mother growing up was extremely limited. I saw her once, maybe twice a year growing up until I turned 18 years old, and went a period of at least 4 years where we didn't see each other at all because it was recommended to my adopters that it would be too confusing for me to have a relationship with my mother during those years. Adoption is a choice made for adopted people, not by adopted people. And as a result, many of us don't feel control. And that was especially true for me growing up. I felt like I didn't have control in how often I saw my mom, how often I saw my sister, other extended family members. And so as a result, I didn't ask because I felt like that would jeopardize the relationship I'd had with my mother, given the fact that we'd already gone 4 years without seeing each other. I think I remember my mom sending me birthday cards growing up, but I didn't actually have any way of corresponding with her outside of in-person visits. I didn't know where she lived. I didn't know her phone number. I didn't know her address. I didn't have any way of communicating with her. It infuriates me that even decades after I was born, people are still arguing open adoption is confusing to adopted people. I was never confused about who my natural mother was. I was never confused about who my adopters were. People argue that open adoption is confusing to adopted people because they believe humans can only have one set of parents. I was not confused. I knew what I wanted. I wanted to see my mom more. I wanted us to be a part of each other's lives. I wanted to be a part of her family in ways that I wasn't a part of her family. And I had to wait until I was an adult to make that happen. The term open adoption implies agency and equality. It paints a picture of three equal parties, which is how adoption agencies relentlessly advertise open adoption to expectant mothers. But in reality, adopters always hold the keys in open adoption, whether or not they're good or bad people. Open adoption is without a doubt better than closed adoption. I have the closed adoption experience as well. I have a father in Ireland who I've never met who's kept me a secret from his family. No one should have to deal with that. But at the same time, there are so many limitations and lies about open adoption that America needs to wake up to. Open adoption is a marketing tactic. It is a way of making unenforceable empty promises to expectant mothers and painting the picture of what their life will look like with their child, when in all reality, there is zero guarantee they will ever see their child again once adoption papers are signed. In some ways, I'm fortunate because I have two families and good enough relationships with everyone in those families, but I will always be playing catch up on those 18 years that I missed out on with my family of origin. At the end of the day, open adoption does not serve adopted people. We have no means of reversing our adoption if that's something we want to do, and we have no legal say in how often we see our own families growing up.